What makes people all over America break down and cry like this? Call 1-900-9099-CRY and hear it for yourself. $2 for the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. If you're under 18, ask your parents before you call. 1-900-9099-CRY.
Then you see a pack of Hell's Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined the street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back, "Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you." I said, "Well, go talk to them. Find out what they want." And they came back, they go, "They want to talk to you."
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006, back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon 2011. Came out of there, I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today we're going to talk about the outlaw that was just pleaded guilty. It wasn't convicted. He pleaded guilty, so he was convicted of throwing a explosive device at a Jimmy John's with the Pagans there. And we're going to talk about a bunch of other things, the Gottis and the Hells Angels anniversary. I believe it's 78 years. And we got a bunch of things to talk about. Al Pacino. We're going to talk about the Outlaws over in Fort Wayne. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chatting with Stacks, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. We are growing at a fast pace, and I couldn't be happier. Shout out to everybody that watches. Check out Patreon. There's a lot of exclusive content. I'm going to be uploading some new videos today. And if you want to donate to this show, you can hit up the Cash App. And I want to give a big shout out to Jeffrey for the Cash App. Thank you. It goes a long way. Every single dollar goes a long way, and I really appreciate it. Jeffrey, thank you so much. If you want to donate, you can donate to Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. Every dollar goes right back into the show. I try to help out, and we're going to be doing giveaways very soon. And if you want to tell your story on Chatting with Stacks, just hit up the email at billstacks2021@gmail.com or hit me up on Facebook. Let me see who we got in the building. Jay, how are you, man? Good afternoon. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Go check out Patreon for uncensored videos, stuff I cannot post on YouTube. Al Rose, how are you? Troy, what's good? How are you? TRC is in the building. Lake St. Martin, First Nation, Manitoba. We're going to talk about Donnie today, too. Herman, what's good, man? One love. Ramirez, how are you? Shout out to Ohio. Can't want to. Good afternoon. We're going to talk about Mr. Donnie Wanch today. First, we're going to talk about Al Pacino. Al Pacino was spotted out with his 35-year-old girlfriend. This dude is a pimp, man. But really, this guy's older, right? What would he have in common with, like, a young girl? But 35 is not really young, right? 35 is kind of seasoned. But it seems Al Pacino has a 35-year-old girlfriend. He's 80, or she's 32, matter of fact. He is 82. He made an appearance with his girlfriend at the Oscars pre-show party. The Oscar award-winning actor, Al Pacino, and his producer girlfriend, her name's Noor, Alfara. They were spotted at a star-studded dinner on Saturday, March 14th. The pair have officially been together since 2022. They share one child together. Despite reports of their separation in 2024, Al Pacino and his girl are continually seen together in public, at events, and seemingly on good terms. So what do you think of that type of relationship with he's 85 years old. She's 32. Crazy. I mean, hey, man, shout out to him. So there was a situation probably 2 weeks ago, right, where an article came out about Bishop getting arrested. Well, the article came out on March 13th, and people have been talking about it. So he made a video talking about the situation. The article reads like this: search warrant was executed, leads to firearm seizure by street crime enforcement unit. Southwest Nova Street crime unit seized a firearm during the search warrant executed at Narcotics Fall. On March 3rd, investigators executed a warrant at a residence at Torbrook Road. As part of an ongoing investigation, it led to the warrant execution. The RCMP Critical Incident Program and emergency response team. During the search, officers seized a bolt-action rifle. 4 people were safely arrested from the residence. I'm not going to name them all, but you guys know who they are. Bishop. They even arrested pretty much everybody that was in the house, I believe. But each were charged with several firearm offenses, including unauthorized possession of a firearm, unsafe storage of a firearm. They were released on conditions of future court appearances scheduled for May. So people were talking a lot online. So he made a video, and we're going to check out the video.
I just want to give a shout out to everybody. Say thank you for the support everyone. We're all here for riding, having fun, building memories. Anyway, yeah, there's a thing in the paper. Yeah, we got raided. Yeah, it was false information. Yeah, the police, whatever, said apology, which I don't give a shit about. Like, you can't apologize or something like that. And yeah, they're paying for the damages. So I don't know what this article is in the paper. Talking about charge that. They took a 22 rifle, had no guts in it, no trigger, no firing chamber, no anything.
And we all know that Canada's firearms law, right? Stacks, damn autocorrect. How you doing, Corey? Thank you for joining me today. What's up, Stacy? I don't know who Stacy is, but shout out to her. Hardwire's in the building. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining me, Hardwire. So we know that Canada has crazy firearm laws, right? And he said there's no guts in this 22 rifle. So I don't think it's considered a firearm if there's no trigger, no like inner workings, right? Rah, what's going on? I don't believe that makes it a firearm. I think it makes it a fucking paperweight, right?
Hey, just want to give a shout out to everybody. Say thank you for the support everyone. We're all here for riding, having fun, building memories. Anyway, yeah, there's a thing in the paper. Yeah, we got raided. Yeah, it was false information. Yeah, the police, whatever, said apology, which I don't give a shit about. Like, you can't apologize or something like that. And yeah, they're paying for the damages. So I don't know what this article is in the paper. Talking about charge that. They took a 22 rifle, had no guts in it, no trigger, no firing chamber, no anything. And I'm also a status Mi'kmaq Acadian band native, so I'm allowed to possess and have a rifle. So everybody can go on and talk what they want, say what they want, put a quick flick out there. But regardless of that, I hope everybody has a good night, safe week, support everybody, stop this bickering nonsense, ride, build memories, have fun, get drunk, fall down, scrape your legs, get back up. Infamous forever. Love you.
So yeah, people are putting information out there. I just wanted to clear all the rumors that are swirling. So loud. What's going on, man? Good afternoon. I appreciate you coming in. Shout out to the Boondocks of North Carolina. So that's that. Let's move on to the next one. So this woman, Indigenous people can bear arms as part of their treaties. Yeah, but what if you are a felon up there? They have felons up there, right? Does that matter? I mean, if you're a felon down here in the U.S., they take your rights away. I don't know how that's possible. It's insane that they're able to do that, but it is what it is, right? So this woman, you guys might recognize her. She was the woman that live streamed her sister's death. There's been an arrest made in a killing in Stockton, killing of a Stockton woman who live streamed sister's death. So a woman was arrested for allegedly fatally shooting resident who drew national attention after she live streamed her sister's body in 2017 DUI car crash. Monica Barges, 27, was booked into jail on suspicion of murder on December 2nd, a drive-by shooting death of Abdullah Sanchez of Stockton, according to San Juan County Sheriff's Office. Barges was arrested Thursday after sheriff's investigators served a search warrant at 2 locations in Stockton in connection with the fatal shooting. The gunfire also injured a man. The sheriff's office released few details about the investigation, including the motive for the killing and whether Barges and Sanchez knew each other before the shooting. In 2017, Sanchez, then 18, I remember when this happened. She was live streaming. She crashed her car and her sister passed away, and she was filming her body in the crash. She made headlines after authorities said she live streamed Instagram while driving before she crashed her car. Her 14-year-old sister was riding in the car. She was killed. Another 14-year-old was injured in the, according to news reports. Sanchez continued to live stream, capturing the aftermath, showing her sister's body. Authorities say that she was drunk and she veered off the road and the car overturned, throwing her and her sister out of the car. Neither were wearing a seatbelt at the time. Sanchez was convicted of gross vehicular manslaughter, DUI, child endangerment. She was sentenced to 6 years in prison, though she was released on parole after 26 months. Weeks later, she was arrested again after authorities said she led them on a high-speed chase in Stockton. In a GoFundMe page, her mother described Sanchez's death as unimaginable tragedy. Losing a child is something no parent should ever have to face. I mean, she lost 2. I mean, that's crazy. Sending condolences to her parents. That's terrible. I mean, she lost 2 children. Hold on one second. God damn it. Why do people hit me up? While I'm live, every time. Never fails. Never fails. So, I know these aren't biker related, but I just wanted to cover them. Jesse James's wife has been arrested. You guys know Jesse James, a world famous Jesse James. So his estranged wife, Bonnie Rotten, was arrested. She looks crazy in her mugshot. This is her mugshot. Here, I have another picture of her. She looks totally different. Look, this is her and Jesse James. Makeup does wonders on women, doesn't it? I mean, this is her, allegedly, and then, boom, she goes to that. What the fuck? So, Jesse James' estranged wife, Bonnie Rotten, was arrested in Texas, TMZ learned, according to jail records. Rotten was booked into the Hayes County Jail Saturday night on charges of assault causing bodily injury involving a family member. Records show the arrest listed as a warrant on view, meaning authorities allegedly witnessed the incident and probable cause at the scene. Her bond was set at $3,000. Details surrounding the incident that led to the arrest are unclear at the time. As reported, James and Sandra Bullock's ex-husband filed a restraining order in November of 2024 in response to Rotten's divorce petition and her own TRO request. Each party accused the other of domestic violence. We reached out to Jesse and Rotten for comment, but they gave no word back. But anyway, so the prosecutor that usually goes after the banditos, we all seen this guy, right? When all this was going down, the banditos, major bust over there, the welcome to hell. He has been named a federal judge. What? So I wonder how this is going to play out. This guy has been going after biker clubs for a long time, especially in Texas. So he has been named by President Trump to be a federal judge. That's insane. Do you think this is going to end well? I mean, Ganji, I think his name's Ganji, announced the intent to resign from his position as United States Attorney. He is responsible for prosecuting and defending the interests of the United States in one of the largest districts in the country, Southern District of Texas, stretching across 43 counties, covering 44,000 square miles and having 9 million residents. Ganji oversaw nearly 400 employees, including over 200 assistant U.S. attorneys spread across districts and 7 offices. Since Ganji's appointment, January 2025, Southern District of Texas have prioritized border security, immigration enforcement, and aggressively prosecuting violent crimes, dismantling transnational criminal organizations, particularly narco-terrorists. During the tender, they filed over 10,000 indictments, nearly 18,000 criminal complaints, while maintaining 96 percentile conviction rate. Holy fuck. To date in the fiscal year 2026, projected to file cases in any of the other nationwide districts. In 2025, they delivered a record number of Southern District border-related enforcement actions with over 14,000 individuals charged in cases related to immigration, smuggling, assaults on officers, firearm offenses, violent crimes, narcotics trafficking, other matters. To date in 2026, over 2,000 additional persons have already been charged in similar actions. The number of illegal crossings encounters have plummeted to their lowest level in more than half a century. All right, let's skip down a little bit. All right. In the Southern District, it's also tireless to pursue the U.S.-based criminal organizations that adapted more aggressive posture towards the use of federal racketeering charges, which carry a maximum penalty of life in prison. In Houston, the SDTX brought racketeering, murder, firearm, drug trafficking charges against 20 suspected members and associates of the Free Money Gang, a group of committing numerous high-profile violent crimes, including brazen June 2022 daytime shootout at a shopping center parking lot. Also in 2025, the Southern District of Texas indicted 14 members of the Katy Bay Welcome to Hell chapter of the Banditos Motorcycle Club on 22 charges of racketeering, assault, murder stemming from a part in a violent turf war with a rival motorcycle gang. So that case is still about to go to trial. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to start, but we're going to talk about when some of these trials are going to start in a little bit. Finally, listen to this shit. The Southern District has collected nearly $148 million in combined criminal asset forfeitures. So what do they do with all that money? I'm just curious, right? It says from crime victims recovering an additional $8 million through civil enforcement actions for the American taxpayer. How the fuck do they get the money? Like, they take all this money from people, right? Where does it go? Because it doesn't go back to the people they took it from, and it doesn't go back to the taxpayers, but that's what they said. They said it'll go back to the taxpayers. It makes no sense. Hey, Jimmy Mac, what's going on? Timmy, what's good? Timothy's in the building, so loud. Rah, what's good, man? Pepper, how are you? Good morning. Shout out to British Columbia. Virginia Chaos is in the building. Grumple Stiltskins, how you doing, man? Al Rose is in the building. Road Dog, what's good? STMC. Thank you guys all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Insane Wheels is in the building. Shout out to Mike Ball. Watch his show every day. Hey, Don McGuire's in the building. The legend himself is in the building. Shout out to Don McGuire. I hope you're feeling better, Don. Some people commented, I love the new bike week. And what year is she sick? A few days, been late on notifications. I've been here in spirit. I appreciate that, man. I set up the lighting a little different. It looks better, doesn't it? I think it does. I'm going to start stepping my game up a little bit. Christopher, how you doing, man? Good morning. Inch, what's good? Good afternoon. Watching from Hamilton, Ontario. So remember, we were talking about, matter of fact, we're going to bring it over to Donnie Wanch. Corey, how are you? Donnie Wanch and the infamous he shit his pants situation, right? He did shit his pants. We all know he shit his pants. It's not a secret. I mean, anyone that was watching that video where the guy that he boxed, he admitted that Donnie shit his pants, right? The infamous pants shitter, Donnie Wanch. Let me see if I can find the video. I got some funny ones for you guys. I can't play them yet, though. I might have got rid of the shitty pants one. I think I did. But we got the new video of Donnie explaining. He tries to say that he didn't shit his pants, right? I think it's kind of funny. So let's take a look at Donnie explaining that he didn't shit his pants, that he just told the ref, hey, I gotta go. I gotta take care of
What's
something.
going on? Hey, I just got a question for everybody. Should I take a couple more fights or should I hang up the gloves?
All right, so that's the first video. Let's see. So apparently he called out Harley again. I mean, I think he should just give it up already, man. Give it up, dude.
Morning, fight fans. Anyway, it's the day of the fights. Something that's weird that's happened to me since I've been here is, one, I was having digestion problems, so I constantly was using the washroom. And two...
Don't you say, Donnie. You were constantly using the washroom, huh? What's this shit, man?
I have low sugar. So I thought I had it all under control when I was in Canada. Everything was looking great. I didn't need to censor. I wasn't getting high sugars. I wasn't getting low sugars. I was perfect. I get to England. I start eating their food. I start drinking their water. Lo and behold, I started getting these fucking weird shakes, feeling awkward. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, I took that one fight. Fight was going great. I thought it was going well. I realized that I had to use the washroom, so I fucking said to the
All right. So he's trying to like explain himself, but he doesn't want to say, I shit my pants. He doesn't want to come out and just say, hey, I shit my pants and I lost the fight. So now this is him explaining himself.
I took that one fight. Fight was going great. I thought it was going well. I realized that I had to use the washroom, so I fucking said to the guy, listen, I have to go before I shit myself. So I ran to the washroom and did what I had to do. It was a TKO. Whoopie-doo. The guy's still a bitch. If he wants that rematch in August, I talked to the promoter. He said if he says that he wants to have it, we're going to have it. I'm going to punch your fucking face in Liam Knight. No problem. Anyway, we're fighting Big Dan Folger. Awesome dude. Loves fishing. Me too. We're going to go up there and we're going to put a show on for everybody and beat each other's faces in. Anyway, with that being said, if you come to England.
So he says that he went to the ref and said, I got to use the washroom, guys. Is he looking for the fucking nasty fart that he let out? I could find it. He said that he was that he went to the ref and said, I gotta go to the washroom. That's bullshit. He shit his pants.
One fight. Fight was going great. I thought it was going well. I realized that I had to use the washroom, so I fucking said to the guy, listen, I have to go before I shit myself.
Oh, I have to go before I shit myself. But you did, Donnie. But you did.
So I ran to the washroom and did what I had to do. It was a TKO.
You're damn right it was. He beat the shit out of you, Donnie. Literally.
Whoopie-doo.
Whoopie-doo-doo. Whoopie-doo-doo. He beat the doo-doo out of me. I can't, man. I'm gonna fucking die laughing. I can't.
Fuck is going on? Anyway, I took that one fight. Fight was going great. I thought it was going well. I realized that I had to use the washroom, so I fucking said to the guy, listen, I have to go before I shit myself.
You realized it was dripping down your leg?
So I ran to the washroom and did what I had to do. It was a TKO. Whoopie-doo.
Whoopie-doo.
The guy's still a bitch.
He beat the shit out of you, Donnie. He's not a bitch.
If he wants that rematch in August, I talked to the promoter. He said that he could, if he says that he wants to have it, we're going to have it. I'm going to punch your fucking face in Liam Knight. No.
Okay, good. Big talk. You see this guy fucking fight? He is a wobbling mess. He is. Like, let's just keep it real. This dude is a clown, man. And but he did win his last fight. So I mean, it is what it is. But he has absolutely no coordination. He's just an ogre, a sloppy fucking, he shits his pants. I mean, he runs up to the fucking ref. I gotta shit my pants. You know he already did shit his pants. He didn't go up and say, I gotta use the washroom. He said, I shit my pants. I gotta go. Oh, I gotta find that video. But I'll find it next time, right? Too fucking funny. This dude literally shit his pants in the fucking ring. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple motors. Oh, wait, let's talk about this. So, the Gottis, right? The trailer park of the Mafia. We're going to go take a look at the trailer park of the Mafia. So, Victoria Gotti, she needs a kidney transplant. I believe it's a kidney transplant, right? She says she's not going to take another donor if her son goes to prison. She will refuse a new kidney from a different donor. So she's like trying to put it on the court that if her son goes to prison, it's their fault if she doesn't get the kidney that she needs. Because her son has been convicted and is awaiting sentencing for a COVID relief scheme where he got like $1 million or some shit like that. So she needs a kidney transplant, but Victoria Gotti refuses to accept it if her son goes to prison. Wow, talk about being selfish, huh? Victoria Gotti said she would rather let the chronic kidney disease progress than accept a kidney transplant from her son while he's in prison. Wow. So she is going to put that on her son. That is pretty fucking low. Her son, Carmine Agnello, 39, pleaded guilty in 2024 to fraudulently applying to COVID relief loans for his auto parts business. He used $420,000 of loan money to invest in cryptocurrency company. Prosecutors have asked the judge to sentence him to 31 to 44 months in prison, while his attorney is requesting probation. Now, why should he get fucking probation? No, he should go to prison just like everybody else that does some shit like this. Why should he get special treatment? So, according to TMZ, the daughter of the late mobster John Gotti cited her father's experience with health issues in federal prison as a bias for her son's decision. John Gotti, a former lead of the Gambino crime family who was convicted of racketeering and murder in 1992, died of throat cancer behind the bars in 2002 at the age of 61. That is young, though. Victoria Gotti said that she does not want that experience for her son Carmine. Well, he shouldn't have committed a fucking crime. Don't cry about going to prison now. The kidney transplant surgery is scheduled for March 30th. Within 3 surgeries performing the procedure, according to emergency requests filed Thursday night after Carmine's sentencing was adjourned, the attorney wrote Carmine still needs to be cleared for the surgery within 2 weeks. The entire procedure will jeopardize due to the scheduling concerns involving his sentencing. Metcalf has proposed a sentencing date for mid to late April. So if she gets the kidney on March 30th, he gets sewed up, he could still go to prison, right? And then everybody walks away happy. No, I think this is a way for them to be like, he shouldn't go to prison. He didn't do anything wrong. He stole money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't wish prison on anyone. But if it was anybody else, right? They'd be in fucking prison. They wouldn't give them special treatment. Do you think someone, a normal person, if they stole $430,000, that they would get probation? Absolutely not. They would go to prison. It doesn't matter. So why should he get probation? Because his mom needs a kidney and she's gonna say, I'm not gonna take his kidney if he goes to prison. Very selfish, very trailer parky of them, right? All excuses. Fucking baby doesn't want to go to prison, right? He's terrified to go to prison. These people are not like the father. Absolutely nothing like the father. After the father passed away, everything went to shit. Everything. Kurt, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Best strategies say he can't get locked up. He'll get Hep C, so I won't be able to give him get an organ. It's just crazy that they're using that status. Very, very selfish of them to do that. It's just crazy. I don't get it. You guys got any answers for that one? So let's see. Fatal crash involving a motorcycle in Knox County. This is out of Tennessee. I mean, anyone else would go to prison. It doesn't matter what the fuck. Your mom's up there crying. They don't give a fuck. The fuck do they care? They don't care. Fatal crash involving a motorcycle in Knox County. This is in Tennessee. Knox County Sheriff's Office investigating a fatal crash in West Knox County Sunday night. At around 9:45, in rural Metro Fire said it was on the scene of a crash involving a motorcycle and a car on Murdoch Drive at Harding Drive. They added investigators confirmed the crash resulted in a fatality. Damn. Sheriff's Office added the victim's identity will be released once the next of kin is contacted. KCSO traffic unit is investigating what led to the crash and the circumstances surrounding it. So I'll bring you guys more information when that becomes available. I mean, they don't give too much information. Let's see. This is crazy, but this is over in Australia, I believe. So 6 pistols sparked an investigation that uncovered a network of corruption baggage handlers at the Auckland airport. A chance discovery of 6 handguns in a luggage arriving at Auckland Airport has exposed a wider inside smuggling network involving corrupt baggage handlers working within the airport's operation. The pistols were found in 2024 in a luggage with a flight from the United States, making one of the rarest occasions firearms have been intercepted, making it one of the rare occasions that firearms have been intercepted and baggage linked to organized crime network. It has been reported that the discovery later helped authorities uncover the role of the 2 baggage handlers employed by Air New Zealand, who were subsequently convicted for their involvement in the importing Class A drugs through the airport. The investigation formed as part of Operation SOAR, the police customs inquiry targeting criminal networks recruiting airport workers to move illegal cargo. Authorities told the media the scheme relied on baggage handlers using their access to restricted inside areas to intercept suitcases containing drugs before they reached New Zealand's customs service screening points. While the firearms were not the primary target of the investigation, officials say the discovery highlighted the escalating risks posed by organized crime groups seeking to import both drugs and weapons. During the investigation, officers executed 20 search warrants across Auckland region, arresting 8 associates linked to the Brotherhood 28 MC, including the gang's president. Those arrested face more than 170 drug-related charges. Police told the media that the syndicate was responsible for importing major drugs, consignments including 630 kilograms of methamphetamine valued at $220 million, 112 kilograms of cocaine worth $50 million. Detectives said the criminal organization is increasingly targeting airport workers because of their direct access to baggage systems, secure operations areas. Investigators found that the handlers recruited by gangs would remove the suitcases from incoming flights before they reached the screening points, allowing drug shipments to bypass border controls entirely. Since the start of the investigation, authorities have made 43 arrests, including 20 baggage handler employees. I mean, that's crazy. Police say the smuggling networks involve cooperation between multiple gangs, including links to the Comancheros Motorcycle Club and the Headhunters Motorcycle Club. Officials also seized cash, ammunition, jewelry, electronic devices during the raid. The investigators uncovering shoeboxes filled with hundreds of thousands of dollars in some of the suspects' homes. Authorities say street value of the drugs in New Zealand make the country attractive target for international syndicates, which often attempt to infiltrate legitimate supply chain, such as airlines, freight companies, and airport ground handling operations. Customs say similar inside smuggling tactics have been seen at major airports in Australia and the United Kingdom and the United States, prompting a closer international cooperation to identify vulnerable aviation security systems. Airport officials say that they are working with law enforcement agencies and airlines to strengthen security and detect suspicious behavior among staff, including sudden explained wealth and changes in lifestyle that may indicate corruption. So if they're fucking working and making $15 an hour, all of a sudden they're driving a Ferrari. Yeah, that's a change in lifestyle. The investigation into the airport smuggling networks remains ongoing, with authorities warned that organized crime groups will continue to seek new ways to exploit vulnerabilities in the global travel and trade systems. But I'll bring you guys more information as it becomes available. That's a crazy case. So now to the topic at hand. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Please show your support. You have no idea. Every dollar helps. It goes a long way. And I appreciate all you guys. Thank you. So the Hells Angels have a anniversary, the 78th anniversary for the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. It's not the oldest club, but it is one of the most popular out there. I mean, there are a lot of clubs out there nowadays. They operate in every single state. And so this situation is a little crazy. They used to be okay with each other, right? These two clubs, the Pagans and the Outlaws. This happened down in Florida. I'm sure you guys remember when this happened. This guy threw a explosive device at a Jimmy John's. So apparently this was between the Outlaws and the Pagans. I guess the Pagans were at this Jimmy John's, right? Here's a picture of the suspect. And we're going to talk about what happened. So here's a article when the situation first happened. Florida man arrested throwing explosive at Jimmy John's, deputies said. This happened out of Florida. A man from Pensacola is facing charges after allegedly threatening people with a gun and throwing a small explosive device at a Jimmy John's in Fort Walton Beach. Detectives say Okaloosa Sheriff's County office arrested 41-year-old Gregory Simonds on Saturday. According to the arrest report, Simonds went to the Emerald Coast Harley Davidson around 2 p.m. that day, pointed a gun at members of a motorcycle club, which turned out to be the Pagans Motorcycle Club. The report says Simonds was driving away and threw something out of the vehicle, which exploded outside a nearby sandwich shop. The explosion shattered several windows, broken glass, and cut one of the employees. Simonds was arrested after a traffic stop, and deputies seized 2 guns and 4 M-type explosives. He is being charged with throwing a destructive device, causing bodily harm and physical damage, displaying a firearm during the commission of a felony criminal mischief, and proper exhibit of a firearm. So that is the first article that came out after this situation happened. And people were like, damn, they didn't know what this was all about. And it turns out that this was a little dispute between the Outlaws and the Pagans. So apparently, this guy, he is now facing 40 years in prison. He's facing 40 years in prison, 7 to 40. The low end is 7, but he pleaded guilty to these charges. Now, Gregory Simonds, his name is spelled Simonds, Simonds Jr., 42 years old of Pensacola, pleaded guilty in federal court to damage of arson by means of explosive causing personal injury. The United States Attorney in Northern District of Florida announced the charges. They targeting prosecution and eliminating transnational criminal organizations like the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. It's one of the principal objectives of Operation Take Back America. So that is pretty bold statement right there. So they are going after the outlaws down in Florida. It says targeting and prosecuting and eliminating transnational criminal organizations like the Outlaws Motorcycle Club is one of the principal objectives of Operation Take Back America, which was launched by President Donald Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi, devoted to full might the Department of Justice towards keeping our communities safe from violent thugs like this defendant. With yet another successful prosecution, we are one step closer to that goal, and we will continue to aggressively, it says, we will continue to aggressively these cases. I think they meant to say target these cases to deliver safe streets to our citizens that they deserve. Court documents reflect that on February 15th, 2025, during an altercation with a group associated with the Pagans Motorcycle Club in a parking lot of the Emerald Coast Harley Davidson on Beale Highway in Fort Walton Beach, the defendant set off an explosive and damaged the adjacent Jimmy John's restaurant building and injured one of its employees. Although the defendant drove away from the scene, he was quickly identified and arrested by law enforcement. In his car, officers recovered 4 more explosive devices, 2 guns, narcotics, and drug paraphernalia, and an Outlaws Motorcycle Club vest that the defendant had been identified wearing during the incident. Wow. During the subsequent search of his residence, because when something like this happens, they go right to your house. They're searching your fucking house. They don't give a shit. Federal agents seized additional explosive devices, explosive making material and equipment, and other evidence that the defendant was making and selling explosives. Simonds faces a mandatory minimum term of 7 years imprisonment and up to a maximum term of 40 years imprisonment. The case was resulting in a joint investigation into blah, blah, blah. Simonds was sentenced is scheduled for June 30th, 2026 at 9 a.m. at the United States District Court in Pensacola before the United States Judge Casey Rogers. So this case is part of Operation Take Back America, a nationwide initiative that marshals and the full resources of the Department of Justice to repel the invasion of illegal migrants, achieve total elimination of cartels and transnational criminal organizations, and protect the community from perpetrators of violent crimes. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it seems like they have a target on them. I mean, they want to go after these club members. They don't they ain't holding back. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of good outlaws out there. I've spoken to quite a few of them, and they're good guys. They're not all like that. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are just guys that ride motorcycles. They're not violent criminals that need to be eradicated. I mean, it seems like that they're just targeting people just because they're a part of a motorcycle club, and it's not right. It really isn't. These guys have nothing to do with the immigration and all this shit, transnational organization. They're a motorcycle club, but they put them on these lists, like down in Texas with the Banditos and the Beast Motorcycle Club. Any club in Texas is designated a fucking on the terrorist list. It's crazy. Or a transnational organization, if they're like in other countries and things, they don't care. They're going to target them. But shout out to the Outlaws. Shout out to the Pagans. There's a lot of people in both of those clubs. I know they don't like each other anymore, but they used to hang out with each other. And these guys are the same types of people. Violence serves nothing. I mean, you get nowhere with it. You go to prison, or you end up in a graveyard and your family has to pick up the pieces. So please stop the violence. There's no need to. I mean, people can exist and not have to deal with each other, right? Hopefully they can get it together. Virginia Chaos, I was in both. Damn. Well, let me know when you want to do an interview to Virginia Chaos. I would love to hear your story. Hit me up, man. Email me. Let me know. We could get it done. Hey, Craig, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. So this is a wild story, right? This girl, this woman right here, she was unalived by her own son. So a teen, 14, allegedly shot mom in the back of the head after they got into an argument about a stolen tablet. A 14-year-old boy has been charged in connection with the shooting death of his mother after the pair reportedly got into an argument over an electronic tablet. Police responded to the report of a 41-year-old female with a gunshot wound to the head in Cheyenne, Wyoming, at around 12:50 p.m. local time on Saturday, March 7th. The May County Sheriff's Office said in a news release, upon arrival, deputies discovered a woman unconscious but breathing, visible gunshot wound to the back of the head. The victim was transported to the hospital and airlifted to a medical center in Colorado, where she ultimately died from her injuries. Authorities added the juvenile was taken into custody at the scene. The woman was later identified as Teresa McIntosh. Allegedly, the shooter was identified as her teenage son. Reports say in an affidavit submitted by the court, police said the teen initially stated that the mother shot herself, but later admitted to shooting her himself after an argument with a tablet that he allegedly stolen from one of her cleaning business's clients. The outlet said the 14-year-old said he got angry at his mother for calling him names and insulting him during the argument. He stated that to the court obtained by the outlets that he had thought about killing her in the past, specifically when she would make him do things he didn't want to do. The teen said he shot McIntosh while he was in his bedroom using the gun that his mother usually kept in her car. He retrieved a weapon from his closet after he took it from his mother's vehicle about a week earlier, following the big fight over the math grades. McIntosh's common law husband, who was also the teenager's biological father, was home at the time of the shooting. He told police he did not realize anything had happened because he was downstairs playing video games while wearing noise-canceling headphones, according to the affidavit. While playing the game, the father said per the police affidavit, that he heard a pop, which he thought sounded like a popping of a balloon. When he later went upstairs, the man found the 14-year-old standing outside the bedroom and then saw McIntosh on the ground. He said his son initially told him he didn't know what happened. The man called 911 and then attempted to tend to McIntosh's wound until they arrived. I don't know what to think. I think happened. I don't want to think what I think happened, the man told police, the outlet cited. I don't even want to put it into words. I don't want to think because it's really fucked up. Things for a parent to think. The father said his son was seeing counselors and was on medication for mental issues at the time of the incident. The 14-year-old has since been charged with first-degree murder and will be tried as an adult. If convicted, the teen faces life, and it is not clear if he currently has legal representation to comment on his behalf. And it says here, if you know someone that's struggling with mental health challenges or emotional distress or substance use and they need to talk, tell them to text 988 and someone will be there 24 hours to help you out. That's a sad situation because you can't take that back. You know what I'm saying? People get mad, they do things, they say things, and they can't take it back. So if you're struggling, text 988 and get the help that you need. Al Pacino's not 102, man. He's 85. Al Pacino's 85. His girlfriend's 32. Yeah, hit me up, Virginia Chaos, man. Definitely. I definitely want to hear your story. It would be great to hear it. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for joining me. I want to send a happy birthday to my father. I just been so damn busy. His birthday was March 13th. He passed away in 2008 in a boating accident. He drowned on the Mississippi River, and I want to send a happy birthday to my dad. So rest in peace, Dad. I love you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chatting with Stacks, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Stickers, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every single dollar. Goes a long way. And if you want to tell your story on Chat with Stacks, just email me at billstacks2021@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Facebook at Bill Stacks. Make sure you subscribe to Patreon for exclusive content you can't get anywhere else. Hope you guys all have a great day. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chat with Stacks, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.